Hey guys, this is Tom, and it's 100 days of making minis, day 4. Let's see how far I can get on this miniature, working on it for 30 minutes straight.
And here's how the piece looked when I started. I just realized that my Fimo is probably getting a little old. It's just a little harder to warm up and get ready to sculpt with, and it cracks a bit, but it still works. It's not as bad. The very first miniature I made in Fimo, I powered through it, but man, it was a chore. I didn't realize it at the time, but it was really old Fimo, and I don't think I had Mixquick yet either, so I couldn't even partially recondition it. I'm actually shocked that I was even able to finish the piece, but this will probably be the last miniature I do out of this batch of Fimo, and I'll probably go get some more Fimo Professional and work in that from now on, and just retire this old gray, good old gray stuff. And I really love sculpting these little grinning expressions on characters. I feel pretty good about what I was able to accomplish on this figure in 30 minutes. Probably could have gotten a little bit more bulking and shape in there, but there was some rough spots that I wanted to make sure that I got smoothed out and taken care of before I pressed on too far. But this is something that I would really suggest to anybody that's sculpting, especially if you're working with Fimo or polyclay, because when you're working with that material, you're not on a timer like you are with putty. With putty, it's curing as you're sculpting, and after about an hour or so, it's pretty much too hard to work with effectively. So, but with Fimo and polyclay, you can just sculpt and sculpt and sculpt, and so it's easy to be very fiddly and micromanaging of the material. So yeah, anyway, so that's what I was trying to do here, was take my 30 minutes and just try and get as much progress as possible. And that's a great thing to do, especially when you're kind of stuck. And I was kind of stuck on this figure. I mean, I know what I need to do, but sometimes when it's at this early stage where you can see the form, but there's not a lot of details, it's kind of hard to know or feel where you want to approach it. And for me, I've always found that if I just give myself a timer, like, okay, you've got to get as much done in this short amount of time as possible, that has always been really helpful to just get me to break through, because then you're like, okay, the only way to go about it is to start putting material on and making some shapes. And once you start getting those shapes on, it kind of shakes me out of the I don't know what the term for it is. My analysis paralysis, I guess. So that's a great technique. You should try it too. And here's where I ended up. I'll see you all tomorrow.